Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 13, and he has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. I kept myself from laughing because I almost said he was 11, and then I was like, no, he's 12, and then I'm like, no, he's 13. I honestly cannot believe my sweet baby-o is 13. It's beyond hard to believe, but he truly has grown so incredibly much, and he's doing amazing. So I'm very thankful, feeling mighty blessed, and tired. There are days that it's hard. It's hard. My sweet baby-o, the dude, he loves his routine. And when routine is anything but routine, it's hard. It's truly, it's beyond. He is in spring break right now, on spring break. I felt like autocorrect there for a minute because sometimes it says one thing and does another. He's on his spring break, and he told me earlier when we were out that he needed a break from spring break, and he means it. He is beyond ready to go back to school. Before he went to bed, he asked me dozens of times when he was going back to school, and he knows it. Like, he does not sit in front of a calendar, and he knows the days better than I do. I mean, like, he told me what today was. He knows the dates. He knows. I mean, he just he knows. He knows. There's you can't fool him with time, which again kind of makes it even more difficult because trying to, like, you can't pull the wool over his eyes when it comes to dates or timing or what you should be doing or could be thinking about doing or any of that. That's not happening on his watch. So he had a pretty good day, but it's been a long spring break already. I'm going with allergies because he hasn't run a fever. He was really good this morning when he woke up, and he hadn't there was no runny nose or anything. Like, he slept great and everything, and so I thought, we were through the woods with everything, and we got ready and we went out to his music therapy. And as soon as we walked out the door, one of our trees is blooming, and so is everything else around here. And he immediately started getting the sniffy stuff again, and he did okay. He was tired. He's on medicine, for his allergies and everything, but his therapist said he did okay, but just hard, and so when we got home, he was calm, but still kind of back and forth. And so we went to his vision therapy, and he did okay with that. He was a little more animated there, and it was just a little bit more for him for that. And then when he got back home, he started more of the congestion stuff again. So hopefully it passes when everything kind of blooms. But he was ready for bed because he kept asking. I have timers that go off, and it tells to do his breathing exercises and teeth and things like that. And so that all was going off at later times. Like he still had a half an hour before bed, and he kept asking for for it to go off. And I'm like, buddy, if you're tired, you can go to bed anytime you want to go to bed. And so he finally went to bed, and it did not take him any time at all to fall asleep. So hopefully he sleeps all night. He's very anxious because he wants to go see his grandma, but depending on how he's feeling, we may wait one more day to see if the blooms kind of go through, and how he wakes up. He hasn't had a fever at all, so I keep thinking it's allergy stuff. But, I always overthink and wonder if I should take him to his doctor or, all those questions. All those questions. But we shall see. So, to say the least, this mama is tired. It's been a long couple of days. We didn't go anywhere over the weekend because he was still very, 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 very snotty. But hopefully, we are on the mend. But I don't know. Do I sound tired? I sound tired. That's because I am. I just finished, Thursday, and today's Monday. Finished my radiation, and it makes you tired. It flat out makes you quite tired. And then add on, this is the least favorite thing that Owen has to do is have a spring break. And attempting to do, fun things with him is not exactly, what he wants always. He doesn't, it's just a lot for him to process and do. But hopefully he'll want to go someplace. He does want to go eat at a couple places, so that might convince him to go out somewhere. So we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. I always laugh because my mom has the greenest thumb in the world. She has such beautiful flowers in her garden. I am quite the opposite when it comes to flowers in the garden. And she can name all the flowers, and she knows like their growing seasons and just all that kind of stuff. And me, that's as far away from my knowledge. So she grows them, I paint them. But I don't know enough about the flowers to actually paint real flowers. I paint my version of flowers, but they're fun. I like painting flowers, so it all works for me. It all works for me. This paint that I'm doing right there is it's one of the neons, and I like it because I'll add it like it's up here and a couple other places. I add it in there because when it dries, it adds like a great texture to the painting, and like you can tell it's kind of a little bit different, you know. So I like using it throughout the painting because it gives this little extra texture to it. We are almost there. Almost there. Need something down here. So now I gotta try to figure out how to make Owen's summer a little more fun for him, since they've basically canceled his summer school program. That I'll have to figure out another day, but that's such a waste, such a tiring waste. Our school board just let these kids down for sure. I can tell you that. But, you know, I'll save that for another day when I can process and think and awake at the same time. And maybe, just maybe, they'll figure out some changes. Okay. So, sometimes I put too many little swirly dudes, but I like them, so I put them. That's the technical term, swirly dudes. Okay, so I sign O for Owen, since he helped me with the backgrounds. And then L and B. There we go. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Toodles, toodles.